poetry. Then second tour, it was Pretoria Silverton. That's where I started doing, I was involved in the modeling stuff. Yeah, I had to showcase 2 outfits and some lingerie. Yeah, I know it sounds fun, but gee. When I got the chance to like write the exams, I showed much interest. I could remember my results. Were like 11, like 7 A's and 2 B's.
7 days, man.
From a poor second class primary, I'm like, yeah, it's possible.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome to Did You Know podcast. Today I'm your host, Junior Moyo, and welcome. If you are new here, please smash the subscribe button and turn on the notifications so that you're notified next time we drop. Today I have an amazing guest. I have the lion himself, the leader, SITSEMBISO MAZIYA. How are you doing, my brother?
I'm doing well, my G. I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Same old. As long as we breathing, that's the most important thing. As long as perform well. Who is SITSEMBISO MAZIYA? Let's start from there. Who is SITSEMBISO MAZIYA?
Yeah, that's quite something, my G. It's quite something. SITSEMBISO Buhle MAZIYA. Yeah, it's a lot I can say about him. So I would definitely, give you a bit of my biography, who I am,
Okay.
where I come from, where am I setting to be at in a few. Yeah. So I would start by saying that I was christened MAZIYA SITSEMBISO Buhle, born and bred at Sitegi, Lubombo region. Due to circumstances I would definitely not disclose, I had to relocate. I grew up definitely, with my grandma. Yeah.
With women.
I
Those women are the strongest. I say the go-go's. Yeah, shout out to all the go-go's.
I feel you, man. We love you so much.
We love you big time.
Yeah, I grew up with my grandma and my mother, working in SA. Yeah, so that when I was doing grade 4, I think. Yeah, then I finished my primary at some school, the local village, Buhlebieza Primary School, with second class in mathematics. Results were not that good. I was like, oh, okay. Then when I went to this high school, Madlangambis High School, that's where things started to change. I remember my first test in mathematics, I got a 98. Like, boom. How can I do this? How did this happen? I was like, oh, it's possible. There was this things about top 5 or something. You see that? I couldn't, show up there when I was doing Form 1. When I was doing Form 2, I started to see that I can still do it. I can do it, I remember very well, me and my dad, we used to talk, but I couldn't see him. But he used to pay for me school fees, I remember. But when I reached Form 3, that's when he decided not to do so. He called me, he's like, my boy, I tried, but now it's time for me to leave you. You should go home, I'm like, for real? Yeah, I cannot pay for you. So deadlines for these things, what's this thing? Not school fees, but exams. exams fees or something like that. They were due. So I'm like, where am I going? Where am I getting the money? I decided to stay home for a few, but then at school they called me. They said, we've tried, we've paid for you. Yeah, we've paid for you.
Nice, man.
I'm like, oh, really? I kept pushing, and when I got the chance to like write the exams, I showed much interest. I could remember my results were like a merit, getting like 7 A's and 2 B's.
7 days, bro.
Yeah, man.
From a poor second class primary, I'm like, yeah, it's possible. It's possible.
Damn.
Yeah, it's possible. So, I kept going. I think I remember myself when I was supposed to be doing Form 4. Even my results, I got my results on the first week while students were already started doing Form 4. Nobody to pay for me. Some guy who was there, during speech and prize giving day when I was doing Form 3, I heard he did pay for me while I wasn't there. I said, where have you been? Like, for real? Yeah, where have you been? We've been waiting for you. You should be going to class right now. Yeah, started my Form 4, started my Form 4, I think 2 weeks after they started, yeah. It was tough, I guess. But then I continued, I pursued what I wanted. I think, a few down the line, the person that promised to, pay for me, he just went mere. Yeah, he was nowhere to be found. So some other organization came by, I think Macmillan, MD, of Macmillan. She did pay for me Form 4 and Form 5, and I got my results there. I'm like, what I wanted to do personally, I wanted to be a doctor.
You were really passionate.
Yeah, I was passionate, I wanted to be a doctor, but due to, the plans of God, actually, I believe it was the plans of Him for me not to, reach that far, I guess. So I couldn't, because I got 41 points, and the only university I applied locally was the University of Eswatini. And I applied for nursing, first choice, second choice was electrical engineering. Third choice was BSc. So I got to be admitted on the second choice, electrical engineering.
Oh, nice, man.
Yeah, outside the country, I wanted to do civil. I got 70% scholarship in some country, Turkey, but I couldn't get the other 30%.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Engineering, I hear, is not for the faint-hearted.
But you know what you mean, man. It's tough. It's tough, but we pushing.
No, that's a good thing,
you have-
man. And you're not the only one, man, who goes through this, who goes through the hard time. Even right now, as we speak, there is a child out there who's going through this hardship. They don't have. They are intelligent. They have a passion, but they don't have the finance to pursue that passion and support. But just to let you know, if you're out there, it's gonna be okay, man, because it worked for you. It can work for someone else as well.
That's definitely true. It's definitely true. To someone out there, I believe and I know it's possible, especially when you believe that everything works together for a common good.
Sure.
Actually, you're definitely gonna make it. Keep pushing, keep believing. Everything is going to manifest. Yeah.
Amazing, man. Amazing. I remember first time we met, we were boxing,
Yeah, we were boxing.
Since this month is men's mental health month, so I'm trying to dig into that, man. Like, some guys go through mental stuff, mental instability. How do you feel about fitness in boxing being like some type of therapy for us gents, like going to the gym is the therapy if you're going through things, eh? How is that for you, man?
For me, my G, I really believe in as you know, I'm a gym enthusiast. Yeah.
That
I do gym, and I do a lot of things. Yeah, and answering your question where you said that about mental health issues concerning Amachita. See that? I think, having a lot of things to do, not focusing on one thing. There's this thing I once saw when we were hit by COVID. It's like you are focusing on one thing. You are focusing on something. It's flourishing. Everything is good, you see.
yeah.
But once the thing changes, now you can notice that things are not okay. You see what I mean?
True, the change.
You now notice that at school, I'm not doing well. I'm not financially stable. Now you see a lot of things, but why? Because the thing that you love, that you focuses on, is now shaking. It's now shaky. It's not stable. You see what I mean?
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, you see what? That's why I'm like, you have to have a lot of things that you focus on.
Yeah,
that would definitely take your mind.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah,
plus,
true.
a man should find someone to talk to, my nigga. It
true,
might be, I see you laughing. You're thinking of hands, my G. I see what you're saying.
Actually, really, man needs someone.
Yeah,
Man,
a man
come
needs
on.
someone to
That's why
talk
there
to.
was Adam and Eve, not Adam alone.
Yeah, you need someone to talk to. This stereotype or something that says that men don't cry. Yeah, you have to cry whenever you.
Facts.
Yeah, good God's long at body.
Oh,
Yeah,
exactly.
you see.
And there's this thing with society, with men shouldn't cry, man. When sometimes men, if we also feel the pain. Men also have feelings. We also feel the pain, and sometimes bearing that pain inside us those pains, we just bury them inside all the time. There comes a time when they just explode, man. This guy committed suicide. Why? He looked happy, like he was smiling, having a good time, but today he committed suicide. That pains just explode in you, and
That's why I'm saying that in Siswati there's this thing that kutum koslonga qwali. You see that I once wrote a poem, like it was entitled Dear Black Man. It was, talking about this issue of men having the idea of not crying, of not letting things out, and to decide that you just want to live just like that. You are not leaving the problems behind. Are you thinking about the people that would be left, your friends? How would they get the energy to keep going if you just decide to take your life like that? Have you thought about them, your parents?
people look up to you, man.
My G,
Yeah.
a lot of people. So I think those are the things you need to, look at, think about before you think of taking your life. And men should go to the gym, my man.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Punch
man.
those bags, my G.
Yeah,
Lift those weights. It's therapy. It's
It
therapeutic, my
helps.
G. Yeah, it helps a
man.
lot.
It helps. And after, even if it gets worse, then you need someone to talk to. Even the therapist, even someone you're close with. Just talking.
If you afford, I think therapists are very, very, very important. One should get a therapy
Therapist,
if
yeah.
things get to an escalation in that program or something like that.
Oh yeah, man. And there's you're also a model. Ne?
Yeah.
Last time we in Pretoria, man. Can you how was it? How was Pretoria, my guy?
Yeah, Pretoria was nice, my G. Pretoria was nice, my G. I think a bit of just to keep you in the loop about me modeling and stuff. I think I would definitely like. I haven't studied, in a long time doing modeling. I think I started modeling when I was doing my second year.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to be signed under a modeling agency around, which is the Rhythm.
Oh, the Rhythm.
Yeah, the Rhythm modeling agency, Leaky coachings there and there. What is it? I was just an amateur, I didn't know what to do, but with the passion to be a fashionista.
It's all about the passion.
Yeah, it's all about passion. What do you want?
What do you want?
Actually, I'm a fashion and art model, mostly I do art. I'm in love with art. Art is embedded in me. I'm a living art.
Like art is in like fashion or painting.
No,
like what type of art?
This art modeling whereby you body paints or something like that. You see what I mean?
I check.
Yeah, you see what I mean. That's what I actually do. And I also go into fashion where I get into runways to like showcase some people's clothes for different designers.
Nice.
Yeah. So I got this opportunity from a South African designer. I think, if you could remember 2 months back. Yeah, 2 months back when I started going to SA. When I got the chance to go to SA, it was Joburg, when this guy was hosting a show about was what he wanted to have a face and a brand ambassador. So he invited me just to do poetry there, not modeling.
Not modeling.
Yeah, Joburg. That was for poetry.
So
I had to write a poem about him.
Okay.
His background. Who is he?
Who is the guy?
Yeah, it's Genosco clothing brand. A proud, known designer from Pretoria, Mamelodi. Yeah. So I had to write about him. So he liked what I did. In a short period of time, I think he gave me the scope of whatsoever he wanted. It was around 5 p.m. But at around 10 p.m. I've done everything, recorded the thing, presented to him. He said, "This thing is good. You coming, my G?
Nice.
You coming?"
Oh,
Provided
nice.
transport, provided everything, food and everything, and some money. Say token of appreciation, my G. You've done well.
This is
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has become something that when these guys are hosting, I think each and every month they host. So I'm given some money to go to SA,
Alright.
and accommodation there. Whenever before everything starts, I just open the show with that powerful poem, talking about the person, so that the people that are there, they know who is this person, but in poetic manner. In poetry. Then second tour, it was Pretoria Silverton. That's where I started doing I was involved in the modeling stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I had to showcase 2 outfits and some lingerie. Yeah, I know it sounds fun, but
So which type? Are there any lingeries for gents?
yeah, that's the thing, man. I didn't know there are lingeries for men.
Yeah, for gents.
Yeah, there are lingeries for gents. So when I arrived there, I was like, "It's a lingerie show, my G." I'm like, I'm here for poetry. No. He said, "Nah, my G, you would see. You definitely see." So they did some, some fabrics. It was kind of decent, but yeah, man, that was the lingerie. But it was fun. If
I need one. You should plug me, man.
relax, you get it, you get it. Yeah, I'll definitely show you after this. I'll definitely show you. Come on.
No, it's not bad.
No, the lingerie.
I'm joking.
No. You should.
How is it? Is it like the feminine one, or it's like a boxer? How is it? It's a boxer type.
No, it was something like, you see this. It was kinda of a long vest. It was a vest upside, like then if like when you continue to go down, it's like, you know, a robe, something like that. You see this thing like night gowns, but these ones are without the arms.
The sleeves.
Yeah, without the sleeves. Then this here is like, you know, it's open like this.
Okay.
Yeah, and here bese kungathi kuba nentambo, so something like this. Yeah. And you're having some.
Already picturing.
I wanna sometimes, man. Like most guys like buying lingerie for women.
For women.
For their hands, man.
And they should buy lingerie for men, my chief.
Yeah, exactly. Man, like me as a guy buying a lingerie for my hand, until keeping the sexual action spicy and stuff.
Yeah, to appetize
me buying one, you're keeping it spicy.
Yeah, you wanna appetize the thing, my chief.
Why always do the basic stuff?
You should look different, my chief. Yeah, for once.
Do something new.
Yeah.
Out of the
No,
box.
the lingerie was beautiful, my chief. Beautiful. I wouldn't lie. Yeah. When I came out there from the dressing room, my chief, you know, all ladies were crying, my chief. Everyone wanted to take some pictures, some videos.
Yes.
Some other lady was like like heavily on me, my chief. If there were no bodyguards there, I don't know what would happen, my chief. Yeah, that's the thing, you know. Yeah, the crowd was crazy. Yeah.
That's the effects. One of the good things that we enjoyed. For someone out there who is inspiring to be a model, man, like, what can you say to them? What can they do right now? The steps to start, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. I would definitely tell someone who is out there at home. You know, it's possible here in Eswatini. I know we are still striving on the art industry. You know, be careful. You know, there are people that are, you know, be careful out there, you know. People,
they're scammers.
There are scammers. Some people will come and say we have an opportunity like this, yet it's not legit. But then opportunities out here are here for us to grab, and you should come out, you know. And this thing, you're going to modeling and stuff, you know, come on. Yeah, we are definitely into the era of taking the world, you know.
Yeah, because these days it's not like when you're passionate in modeling or anything you're passionate, you have a passion on, which is not academics. You can pursue that and be successful in that. Back then, it's like academics was the only thing people went for, and the only thing people thought that they could succeed in.
Definitely, my G. Actually, you know, we have to get away and, you know, be outside the box right now. You know, get away with the stereotype that says that, oh, it has to be school that has to take us somewhere. It's what we've been raised, you know, on when we are still kids. It was like, you know, you should be a doctor, you should be an engineer, you should be a nurse, you know. That's all about this. But we didn't know that even with whatsoever we have, the arts, the talents, we could be making life. I'm like, to anyone out there who is still schooling, you can still do anything that you want on top of what you're doing. don't be afraid.
No,
You know, just do whatsoever, and it would help you when you bounce. Since I'm saying I'm doing electrical and electronics engineering, many people have bounced in this. Yeah, a lot. I may make an example. We started, I think, 30. Yeah, but now the numbers are sketchy. I'm doing year 4 right now, and I'm like, whoo, right down many men. Yeah. So I'm like, if you bounce, you have something to lean on. You have someone, like, you have something to trust on, to keep you surviving, so that you will avoid these things of suicides and stuff. Yeah.
Because I wanna, as a person, sometimes when you're in school, you have this idea, this plan. Also, okay, I'm gonna go to varsity and do this program. Then I graduate, maybe engineering, and I graduate. After that, I'm gonna get this job. It's like you have a formula. It's like you have a formula for your life. Life is no formula, man.
Life, you just have to flow with the flow. It what has kept me until this far. I think it's like an ocean. I flow with the waves. If it takes me to go this side, man, I'm going with it. If I force myself against it, I'm gonna drown and I will die. I'll definitely die.
That's deep.
Yeah, my G. So whatsoever you are doing, don't try to fight it. Life itself, it's a risk. You just have to take risk there and there, and definitely you be there wherever you want to be.
Yeah, man. That's actually fire, man. There's some word out there, man.
Nah, I feel you, man.
So you're also doing engineering, man. So looking at it at you, like, as a person, we want engineering. Engineering, since you're doing a lot of things right now. You're doing poetry, né?
Yes.
You're doing poetry, you're a model, you're an engineer. How, like, was one who be in 10 years' time? What's your vision? What's your vision?
Firstly, I would definitely like to let you know that I wouldn't be so sad if I wouldn't end up a professional electrical and electronics engineer. After all, definitely I've discovered life as a process. Since I told you, I'm just flowing with the flow, and as I flow with the flow, there are a lot of things that I'm getting to learn in it. I'm a writer, in line with Misebe Publishers, writing short stories, Siswati short stories, all those things, I'm doing them to keep me surviving, to keep me going. With electrical engineering, it's tough out there, my G. I wouldn't lie. It's all about you believing what you want. How far are you willing to go in order to get whatsoever you want? So with me, with me, there's this thing that I've discovered. Have you the idea of having something? It's you in your family between poverty and success, you see, and you see this thing that you thought it would definitely be the end line of it all. It's flashing in front of your eyes. You see what definitely it's killing. It's so killing, my G. It's so killing. So with me right now, I'm saying to you, whatsoever happens, man, I'm ready. But I will keep fighting until the end. I'll definitely fight.
It's a warrior spirit.
Yeah, you know that I have the spirit of lions and kings, my G.
Man.
Yeah.
It's because very in life you sacrifice, man. You sacrifice for what you want, or what you want becomes the sacrifice.
That's the case. And one thing you have to is to embrace that thing. Once you know that those things, those facts, they would help you not to break one time when things happen the other way around.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, in life you have to have, I think, the knowledge about things, so that when things happen, you get to be comfortable. I knew, it's fine. Yeah, that gives you the the motivation to keep going. So I knew. So you have plans, to meander and solve those problems.
Those problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. What's the knowledge is power, man. That's why as a man, you should read books.
Yeah, acquire knowledge,
man.
in whatsoever you're doing. I think whatever you're watching, whatsoever you're talking to. Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's some deep word. Like say, aren't you doing poetry as well?
Yeah, I do poetry much.
Care to share just a small thing, freestyle. Yeah, something small. Yeah.
My G, yo,
Something small.
My G, you know that in most of my poetry, it's in Siswati and some in English, but I'm way more of a writer than
A poet.
Yeah, that spoken word out there, being on stages and performing. I think you've seen me in most of the shows that I usually attend. I kind of read or something like that. Yeah. But my poems are usually long. You know them. So I don't know what to do.
You can give the viewers just a glimpse, Nana, and they can check you out. If they can check your social media.
My social media
just
platforms.
Give them a glimpse and
Okay.
If you're good with that, if you're comfortable with that.
Yeah, I'm definitely comfortable with that. So, would you care that I check something up here?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, cool, my G. Okay, cool. Let me check. So this is my intro, I guess. Still, having some problems with, but I would definitely say. Ngemagama ngiyasekebula. Ngemagama ngiyaselekisa ngibuye ngisekelele sebabona kuphela kwendlela. Ngemagama ngiphenduka elivathi kulabo lebaphelelwa ngemafutha kudo tibane. Dabo sonzelana into okhela tibane ngisho tibalo tempilo tinibetha thanini nginicocele nansi inzatshana. Kudlala ngicina ngekudlala ngemagama ngidlala emagama tithote enkhulumo bongwaca nabo sankhamisa ngilumbanise ecalo neticucubuko elinwala ukuqhasiswe kube mnanzi kube nje hayi ke inhlitiyo ngiyayisaba kangidlali ngayo ngethembe nawe ngeke udlale ngayo nayi yami inhlitiyo ngiyayiletha kuwe. Kudlala emagama kudlalela enkulu inzima kule yami impilo nje ngabe ngiyayiphila ngibonga umdali ngekudala kwakhe lokuhle kuthi abone kuhle kuthi bengingaba lidziwo loluhle nalolucwengekile kuthi belungaba sitsha sakhe laphakela kuso emavi lamnanzi lanetinongo leticonsisa emathe manini kancane ngichubeke nginethele phela ke ngaphandle kwemagama ngabe ngigabatisa ngani kubambonzanga nzanga yethu awuthi ngikwethele mani. Kudliwa indlala kunende ngakhetha kudlala emagama ngibe ligabazi leligabe ngebucwebe belwimi lwakithi kwakithi kuhleleka kulete bunkhondlo letinkundleni tekuchumana kuseta kuchumana nalo seceleni kwakho kuvula emadlebe kuhlekwe enkosi sobhuza ithi Maswati vulana emadlebe nalujulutani julukisa ngicela ke kunijulukisa. These are the chronicles of a leader. Sanibonani. Yeah, my G. That's me. I think just to they've just had the Siswati version of me. I think they would care to get the English kind of type. I did wrote something like back then. It was like the spirit of champions and kings, killing them with love and peace. I'm spitting words like a machine gun, ducking bullets, bulldog in the gates, keep us reaching out to you all. All in all, I respect your love and support. The mic on my right hand is a weapon loaded with words, piercing the heart and soul like a double-edged sword, cutting through the bone marrow, separating the spirit and soul. I'm a male dragon. I'm always spitting fire and I'm purifying hearts and souls, son of the soil. I'm well-rooted African child. Choosing this life was not an option, but it was a birthright, my nigga.
That's it.
Yeah. That's my intro, my nigga. Yeah. Yeah, that's
so. Where do you perform? People wanna come and watch your performances, man? Where can they?
Yeah, mostly, I'm just someone who is currently in the UPS, which is UNESCO Poetry Society. I'm Secretary General there. So mostly I perform here at school when we have shows. But on Wednesday we usually have poetry jam sessions around the school campus at IDE under the tree. So people that aren't doing poetry but passionate, to listen, they are also invited. They could just sit there and jam up. We just, us as poets, we go there, we sit down, we share some poetry, some light at the moment. What is it that I can change on my poems? Yeah. True.
Yeah, so for the viewers out there, if you're in Mausemvas Lapa, you've heard the venue and you have a passionate poet, just go out there. Yeah, just go out there, man, and express
Enjoy.
yourself.
Yeah, enjoy.
Express
Yeah,
yourself,
get to feel. No, poetry heals, my nigga. Yeah, poetry
It
heals.
does, man. Even listening to it heals, man.
It definitely heals. Actually, words, they heal. Yeah.
Aye, man. I think this was an amazing podcast, my guy. Yeah, thank you for coming and yeah, my G.
No,
This
thank
has
you.
been up.
Nah, thank you for the opportunity or for hosting me. It's really an amazing experience, definitely, and I really appreciate a lot. It was nice conversing.
Aye, so this marks the end of the podcast. Thank you for watching. Till the next episode. Danko.